Just wanted to point out the information we provide today is of a general advice. If you do want some more information, please seek some professional advice.
Welcome to the latest episode of the Retirement Living Your Way podcast, where we have real conversations with Troy Theobald and the team from RFS Advice. Welcome, Troy.
Thank you, Greg. No team today. You're stuck with me.
That's okay. It is what it is. We'll deal with what we've got.
I know.
But look, today's an interesting topic because it's something that I know you speak about all the time in the office.
Golf.
No. And I just thought it's something that we've got to talk about because I think it's so relevant in so many areas. And we've called today's topic, "Don't let people should all over you." Yeah. Explain, please.
Because we're talking about. Yeah. It's one of those scenarios that we all love to give advice, and especially when there is no ramification whatsoever on us on the outcome. And people love saying what you should do. Oliver, you know what? You should go and run a half marathon. Be good for you. No thought as to you actually have to train, buy shoes, work out. You know, I'm barely making 5K. So Greg can tell me I should do a half marathon. He said that to me. I'm like, you should, something else. And I'm like, 5Ks is it, me done, happy, but you'll be adamant you should do this.
Absolutely.
So people will do it in all facets of life. Now, I know it's because he's wanting me to get fitter, healthier, take a couple of kilos off, and it's from a good place.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean we're going to listen and do it, and that's really relevant across all sorts of scenarios.
But with clients and with people getting a little bit older, and all of a sudden that people imposing their views and things like that on you, that creates tension. That makes people feel awkward, doesn't it?
And it's when people have had those big events.
Yeah.
That someone of family, someone of note tells them, you should do this. You should sell your house, Greg. It's too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then they talk to your friend and they go, oh, yeah, it's a big house. But hang on, you love your house. You've got your community. You've got your group. You've got people around you. All right, in that situation, maybe the husband's passed.
Yes.
There was one or two of you in the 4-bedroom house. Now there's one of you still a 4-bedroom house. But if you're happy, safe, comfortable, and you've got your community around you, you should have to do anything. And it's this thought that people push onto people around that. And you can get it from all sorts of scenarios. And that one's, relevant in relation to, we see that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's the kids, and the kids are well intentioned. You had a meeting with clients the other day. Yeah, Mum, you've got to talk to that after this, because she should sell a house and move into a unit. Sorry, excuse me. It's a small townhouse built specifically for their retirement. Move to that area to have the community around and everyone. Why are we? Oh, well, Dad's part. It's horrible. It is. Yeah, he has. But have we sat down and asked Mum? Oh no, she should do it.
So where do you think that's coming from? Because if you think about a child, they're maybe they're in their 40s, 50s, they've got their own pressure, they've got their own financial responsibilities, things that are they. Why? Where do you think they're coming from? Are they worried that Mum's going to run out of money? There's going to be either less. What is it?
I think there's two. There's some are worried about the money side. There's others that it purely is it's too big, they can't handle it
because they couldn't do it. So it's
correct.
Yeah, okay.
But the reality is they probably couldn't before.
Yeah.
We've got other clients that people, you should do that, it's great, but they've got that stronger fortitude, and I can picture a lady up in Toowoomba on this, even I think, geez, this block's a bit big, and I'm sitting there saying, should I? No, she loves it there. Oh, no, I've got the mower mows the lawn. I don't care how big the lawn is, he mows it. I went, what an awesome attitude.
Yeah.
I love it here. I'm a little bit out of town. I know all the neighbours. I love the community. I'm comfortable here and I feel safe. Awesome. Even I'm stopping myself from going, sure you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Something a bit more manageable.
Yes.
So it can be well-intentioned, but it's people just put it out there without giving it that thought of maybe I've planted the seed and I'm putting someone down a track that maybe they didn't need to go or want to go. But yeah.
And like you said, they haven't even asked Mum what does she want.
And I say mums because particularly, look, the ladies tend to live longer than men. We're dealing with a lot of females. They come in widowed. Everyone is telling what they should do. And that's, Greg's heard me say it a million times, just don't let them shoot all over you. Other people, best advice, their friends, don't sell for 6, 12 months or a year until you know what you want to be. I went, awesome. That's not a great answer, but it's a better outcome
Yes.
than panic selling, moving, changing
Yes.
everything, because you're in a time of grief. There's a fog.
Yeah.
You know, we called one of our clients the other day, and I had a good chat to her, and she was, I'm just checking in.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
seeing how you're doing.
That's right.
Because I wanted to have this conversation. I said, is everyone telling you what you should do all over? Yeah, the bloody kids, they're telling me this, my son tells me this, and then my daughter tells me that, and then the other daughter wants me to do this, and I can't keep any of them happy. I went, stop trying. Let's
Yeah.
just... Yeah, it's fog. It's a horrible, crappy period. You've got to be open for a time to pass, because, you know, I've got other clients, and I can picture them who come in and they do what they need to do, and they'll have a review and go out.
Yes.
That it hasn't passed, the fog.
No.
But that's also their choice. That's
Yep.
okay. And they've probably gone the opposite way. Everyone wants to tell me what to do. I'm going to do it my way. And they're finding their way. But it's just that, you know, the well-intentioned thought most of the time. But it can be that projection of, and it's when clients come in and they've got a reasonable amount of wealth and the kids don't. That's the other big issue. They'll come in, it's all about this fee, that fee, that lawyer's no good, that accountant's no good, they're all too expensive, whatever. I'm like, all right, these are people mum or dad have worked with 25 years who've probably gone through business and structure and strategy with them, know everything about them in regards to that. That's a normal ballpark cost, because we're talking structures and strategy and higher net worth. It's not out of the norm. Now, sometimes things are over the top and people should check.
Of course.
But far too often there's this knee-jerk reaction of, well, you know, we shouldn't pay for anything and this sort of stuff, or get advice. And these are from people that aren't successful.
So is that because they wouldn't even know what sort of questions to ask? They wouldn't understand a lot of it?
And we had this in the office the other day, which maybe unsuccessful people are unsuccessful for reasons. I don't know. Maybe they don't get advice. Maybe they don't ask for people's opinions.
Yes.
And mum and dad did, and they were super successful.
Yes.
I don't know the
And
magic answer.
and they don't want mum to think that they're not sharp.
Correct. And they've also
There's
got the
pressure
burden
from-
of going, well, I need to fix this.
Yes.
You know, I have to solve that. So
It was interesting. I saw something recently, and it had around this whole concept of, you know, people imposing their views and thoughts, and one was concern does not equal competence.
Oh, absolutely.
Which I thought was fantastic. Love does not equal entitlement.
Yeah.
And good intentions can still lead to poor outcomes. And I think that's, you know, when you look at what we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I don't think the plumber should be given the financial advice, and I don't think the financial advisor should be fixing the plumbing.
No.
So there's certain expertise people need to recognise, and well-intentioned, but not thought out, not knowing the ramifications. You know, there's so many strategies where you can use Centrelink, where people have gone and ripped money out of super. They've started pensions where it had an effect, and it's like, you can't undo this now.
That's right.
People walk in we've sold all this up and we're ready to give you the funds. I went, what are you going to do? Well, I'd love to go back 6 months and put that back into super so we paid no tax for the rest of mum's life. Oh, can we do that now? Not sure, maybe not. You can't always reverse some of those decisions. So getting advice in advance, you know, massively is going to put you ahead of the curve. Mm-hmm. And if you're not sure on opinions, you know, get professional paid opinions as opposed to the coffee shop opinion again.
Yeah.
That you should. Oh, well, I did this. I did. Awesome. What worked for one mightn't work for the other. I've seen people stay in the house. It was absolutely the right decision for them. And I've seen others stay in the house. And Brooke and I went and visited this lovely lady, and she's there with her double story with the steps that are tiny. And I just sat there. Oh, my goodness, I'm terrified of her walking up and down these steps every day. And you go, that might have been one where it might have been better to have moved from that to a lower risk option where you're not going to have potential for fall or issues and you're living on your own.
Yes.
So there's, you know, each case is a bit different depending on their situation, but it's just making sure you're not being forced into those scenarios just because of, you know, well-intentioned for others.
And are there any sort of triggers or any sort of thoughts around the signs that people should be thinking about? So, like, if someone starts to hear certain phrases, you know, obviously, you know, you shouldn't do this or you should do that. Are there any other sorts of things where people, you know, because the more people are aware of it, they're going to know whether it's actually going to be.
Yeah, it's the words.
I mean, there's got to be they're like common phrases or common
words when you know it's not the client. Oh, well, at my age, I should do this.
That's what. Yeah, sorry, that's
okay. See, but you're still active and you're still out in your community, and yeah. But at my age, I should be moving to a retirement village. Okay, talk me through that. Oh, well, Bill was down at the weekend and said, the in-laws have gone there, and that's right, should
Yep.
be. Well, that might be right for them, but you're happy, comfortable, in a good place, and a good retirement, ticking along nicely.
Yes.
That's, there's words that come up. Everyone else is thinking of doing this.
Yes.
You don't need that much of. You don't need that much. You should give it away to the kids.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
but
Hang on.
when we age care's not cheap.
That's right.
You might need some of those money for yourself.
Yes.
And it's always the example I use of the 3 kids. And I go, there's 3 kids in a family. There'll always be one who's done financially pretty well. There's one financially nowhere near as well. It'd probably, if you gave them $10, they'd spend it. Might give it well away to well-intentioned or whatever, or could just blow it. There's one in the middle that's somewhere there. So much of the focus is on the one that's going to blow it.
Yep.
I watch it over and over and over again, and you sit there going with families, you go, well, do they get along? Oh, not really. Why is that? Well, we've given number 3 $300,000 and they've lost it in a business, and they've bought a house, and they've gone through this, that, and the other. Oh, the other one's super success. She doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you think she loved seeing all of those proceeds and someone else getting helped out in the family? Was that fair? How would you feel? And most people haven't given it a thought. They haven't
No.
pressed that reset. Oh, because, well, we should give it to him because he needs it.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing our own shooting on ourselves.
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
And it can happen. So from that side of things, it's people can rationalise it and use different words. And, one child might be, oh, I should move in with them.
Mm.
And I had one, a month or two ago, why should you do that? Oh, they want to buy a bigger house and that would work well for them. But you're happy living independent. Do you get on well with your daughter-in-law? Oh, no, not at all. Okay, so we're now going to move in the house with them.
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah. Wow.
And we don't get along. No. Do you get along with the son? Oh, sort of, but he always tells me what to do. And
Yeah.
okay, this doesn't sound like a great decision to me for you. How do you think you're going to feel with that? Oh, well, I don't think I'd like it. So why are we doing it?
Mm.
Oh, it's actually your choice. And that was almost a light bulb.
Bulb moment.
On that, I can be the bad guy. And actually, no, this isn't a great financial decision for Mum. Do you need the tools and us to help you with this? Our job. You're the client. We're here to help you.
I would hate to think how many clients would mention your name when someone's talking to them about something where they refer to you as far as, well, I've got my advisor.
Yeah.
They must.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Yeah, and you can see,
'Cause, if you're getting advice.
and there was, we had one the other day. Jumped on there with that, and I could see the daughter there, and she was on there, and she was very cold body language.
Yeah.
In regards to that, but again, it's that framing because they've they've said to do this, and I could sit there and go, actually, Mum and Dad have been clients for 10 years. We've helped them through that. I know they've moved into there. Dad's not very well at the moment there. I know Mum should be fine in that because we'd spoken about this. This wasn't a surprise. It's horrible, yes, and it's going to be a really bad time. But Mum should be fine with a car and are living in a situation, having to deal with that. How are you coping? Because the burden's falling on you.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're allowed to be on the bus too.
Yep.
We're here to help.
That's right.
Mum and Dad are obviously really happy to have you on board. Awesome that Mum's sitting next to you and you're supporting her. Wonderful. But it's also that, the topic of shooting on you is recognising what's important for Mum, because at 30 years younger, totally different your priorities.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So for those people that are out there or listening and it's happening to them, any sort of tips on, I guess, language they can use or just to sort of stop it before? Because if people feel that you might be vulnerable, then obviously they're going to be more inclined to give their opinion.
Correct.
However, if they feel that actually you've got it under control, which is really where people that have got, say, yourself or one of the team as an advisor, that you're in their camp.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of language that people should be using?
Yeah, there's ways of, look, thank you for that, because people are, hopefully they're coming from a good place.
That's right.
I'm going to go 90% of the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, agree. Yep.
We see the 10% as well, unfortunately. But the 90%, thank you for that. That's wonderful. I really take that on board. But you know what? Mum and I are really comfortable with our plan.
Yep.
Yeah, we're on track. We know where we're at. If we did have a health situation, we've popped in. We've actually gone and seen what other places could be because, even Colin from the station for our aged care division, basically, if you don't plan for it, he came up with a cracker for that. It'll happen to you rather than plan for it. It was just, using our slogans and words for us here.
Yes.
And it was just, for me, it was the light bulb of, this empowers them.
Yes.
So this whole term of you should go to that retirement village. Actually, you know what? We've had a look around and look, if we ever get to that stage, we've spoken to some friends. They've gone to that facility. It's wonderful. You know what? That's where we'd go if we get to that. We're not there yet. We're happy and comfortable.
Yes.
But thanks for thinking.
We've considered it. Move on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's identifying it as opposed to the head in the sand. If you go, the wall's up, the kids are going to keep coming and telling because they're going, well, mum and dad haven't dealt with this. They don't want to talk about it.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's another one that sort of came up to me. I saw was, that doesn't fit with my retirement. We're trying to build.
Yeah.
So I like thanks for your opinion.
Yeah.
However, we know where we're going.
Yeah. Well, we're not ready for that big change right now. But,
yes.
But we're okay where we are.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad we covered this, and this was always going to be a shorter episode. It's just interesting, as I said, I've been hearing it all the time in the office. I know it's something you're very passionate about, making sure that clients do what's right for them and what they're comfortable with and what's appropriate.
Yeah.
And obviously you're providing a lot of expert advice. Anything else you wanted to sort of cover before we wrap up?
I think the starting point is if we're dealing with Australian males, chances are we're not going to talk about things. We're not going to talk about our feelings.
Really?
And we're probably not going to talk our money and our plans out loud, especially not to our family.
No. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's, when you've got that as a starting point, Oliver's going, oh, it's not my fault. No, it's not your fault, buddy. It's in our DNA. Because that's been the way it's always been. We don't talk about that. You look at, it's not many things I can say in the US look great at the moment, but you look at that intergenerational family wealth and there's a combined methodology or talking and you can just see that working towards something, whereas in Australia we don't have that. We don't.
No.
We're getting closer. We're getting families come in, and we're getting where the clients they're getting the kids in now. We're starting to provide them with advice, and this is the strategy and the journey, mum and dad. They were really successful. Your parents, it wasn't by accident.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And they've probably told the kids what they should do as well. Goes both ways.
Yeah. That's. I've just gone back then. Yes, it is.
Because you should save more. You shouldn't be going out having dinner. You should. The kids, they're going to love that, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, works well in my house.
Mum and Dad gave us $5,000 to help us out with the mortgage, and now they're belting me over the head, and so I can't go out to dinner. I can't have the second beer, and I shouldn't be doing anything.
Yeah.
How's that feeling? Not feeling great.
No.
So the same scenario of if they wanted it to be an investment plan, that they should have had that conversation.
Yes.
So we've got others with that now. I say to them, if you give them the money, you put it in their name, just be prepared. They can do what they want with it. They can ring us next week and say, I'm going to take it all and I'm going to do whatever I want. That's their right.
That's right.
If you want to control it, that's when you have assets and entities and trusts and accountants and lawyers and you set those structures up. And if you want to control it and that's important for you because you want to control that outcome, totally different structure than I just want to help the kids on their journey, give them some money, help them out along the way. Totally different strategy.
Yep. And we should pick up that whole strategy side in another podcast.
I think there is two different...
Spot on.
Two different real approaches to that.
Yes.
And, I had a client in there and, she's in a comfortable position, will clearly, outlive her wealth and the, it's that, is there something you want to gift to, help to, whatever, and projects, and she's extremely giving of her time and everything in there, and it's not just giving money away, but it's the things you want to do, and it's just framing those conversations, and that's sort of, if we're helping the kids and we're giving money, are we giving it with strings and instructions, or are we giving it unconditionally? And so the shoulds both ways. So I see it down the family and up the family, but particularly for retirees, we're in that vulnerable situation. We had the death of a spouse, we've retired, we've had some major event, we've had a cancer scare, we've had something. Everyone's going, you should. That's just sit back a little. Thank you for that opinion and point of view. Awesome. I'm going to go and just do a bit more research and just see what works for me, what works for us, what works for our household.
Perfect.
Just pushing that back a little. If someone keeps coming and coming, that's probably a sign of you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Because it's an error. And you've got others at the opposite end that are holding back as well. They don't want to tell people what they should do. And we had one lady who was a client for a very long period of time, and unfortunately with happens some of these diseases as we age there. Memory's not as good, and it gets worse and worse to a point there, and the daughter was wanting her to stay here on the coast, and I could say, no, all she ever wanted to be was near you and the grandkids.
Mm.
You know, moving her up to north of Australia is the right decision for your house.
Yep.
Because you're thinking, I should let her stay in here. I'm like, no one's visiting. That her interconnections and that actually wasn't here. What was important to her, because we know what was important to her, because we'd had those conversations. But allowed the daughter to make that decision, because she wasn't moving mum and selling a house and all that. That's a really big decision in a household to do, and no one wants to go through that. Nobody wants to go into aged care. No one wants to be forced into those scenarios, but it's dealing with some of those scenarios there. And you know, I did other clients last week there who've got a couple of cars and really only one of them driving, and we've got to recognise we're already a one-car family.
Yeah.
There's just two in the garage.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, if I said, you should sell that now and that's money, totally different conversation than, hey, you know what? Say to him, do you actually drive anymore? No. Oh, but you will. Are you ever going to drive? I can't.
Yes.
So we're a one-car family. Unfortunately, facing that fact probably happened months and months before we had this conversation. Oh. And it just made it non-threatening, non-judgment. It just called it out what it was.
Yes.
Did they sell the car the next week? No idea.
Yeah.
When they pop in 6 months' time, they might send me an email.
Yep.
It's their journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
They may not. They may not want to talk about it. That's okay. As well.
Yeah.
But it's recognising that when we're sitting here with costs and expenditure and things out there, it's, you know, we've still got to face a bit of reality without being dictated to. And for some people, a house in the backyard will be too much.
Yep.
And others it won't. You know, for people retiring on farms, you can't treat it like a farm. You cannot pump money in like a farm. They will chew money like there's no tomorrow if they're not income producing. You are now living on a big block of land. That's how you have to look at it.
Yep.
That's one we do see our farming clients out in Toowoomba and those areas we look after. It's very difficult for them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go and do it. Instead of the fence, I'm doing this, man. No, we don't have cows. We're not keeping a herd. We're not. Why did we do this? Where, you know, I wanted the driveway, you know, finally bitumen. Mate, there's dirt either side of it.
Yeah.
What do we do? I've always wanted it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We just torched about 60 grand, made no difference to anything. So it's just having that combination between the two. That one they should not have done.
No, that's right. Yeah,
but they still did it. They didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah. But to me, you know, just sitting here, you know, in this conversation, it just really highlights, you know, you've been doing this for over 25 years. So it's the experience. It's
same age Greg is as
well.
Me.
I know.
That
Yes.
Continue.
But it's to me, I think that's the fascinating piece, because you've come across so many different scenarios. And I think that's the experience that I think really just resonates with me, and obviously through the entire RFS business. So look, if I think we will finish up there if you're comfortable with that. If anyone has any questions or the topics raised, any concerns, or you want to have a chat, look, please reach out to us at rfsadvice.com. Myself and the team, we're always happy to have a chat and see how we can certainly help. And so on that note, Troy, thanks, mate. Another great chat.
Thank you, Oliver, and you should be on the podcast next time, and you're allowed to say, please don't shit all over me.
Yes. Until next time, take care. Thank you.
Thank you.